Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm the Game Bastard Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.
We are playing Salvage Union today.
Meckin.
That's what it says. Under Salvage Union on the book it says, a meckin' good time.
We've been talking about this game for weeks now, and it was today when I learned that it was salvage and not savage, which is what I thought it's been for the past few months.
Yeah, I showed up with the completely wrong kind of character prepared.
Well, it is Salvage. It's a game from Leyline Press. It's about mechs in a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah, this has been suggested quite a few times in the Discord, and we have yet to play any mech games on this podcast.
Really? I guess that's true.
Yeah, pay attention.
Yeah, and it seems like kind of a small-scale introduction to that particular dynamic. A lot of this stuff seems like, it's called Salvage Union, so you can kind of imagine the aesthetic for it. Honestly, it reminds me of The Matrix. It reminds me of the real world from The Matrix. Like how cobbled together a lot of this technology is.
But this is the quick start adventure. Yeah,
It is the quick start.
And we're playing pre-gens.
we are.
Okay, Todd, what is your character?
I'm just going to dive right in with the voice for my character and let her describe herself.
Do tell.
I'm a hauler. My name is Commodore, but that is not my given name. My given name is Misty Sunshine. Commodore is my hauler name.
Okay.
Now, I might seem to have a sweet and sunny disposition, but I took a DNA test and I am 100% that bitch.
Let's see.
I'm a wastelander.
She had to mail her spit to find this out.
Yeah.
And she found out she had so many serial killer relatives. Like most of them.
In the apocalypse, most jobs are serial killer.
Right.
The Sunshine family don't judge. So my background is I'm a wastelander. My keepsake is a bobblehead toy. It's Blake Shelton. I love that man. If I ever run into Gwen Stefani, I'm going to beat her ass, no doubt.
In this world, he's Blake Shelter in place.
My motto is no job too big. And my mech is called Atlas. It's got a 50 cal machine gun and a blue mining laser.
Nice.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Austin, what do you got over there?
Yeah, my name's Blackjack. I'm the hacker. That really fills in every possible aesthetic choice you could.
I mean, really, always the coolest character, the hacker.
Play a cyberpunk.
Movies, yeah.
All that was left were variations of mercenary. I'm tired of playing those.
Really?
No, Blackjack is a prodigy with computers and electronic systems who was actually born on Crawler 279, which is...
I think it's our home.
There you go.
Well, it's the home of the pre-gens. Your home may
Right.
vary slightly.
Right.
And his mech is actually what looks like a crawling kind of industrial building.
No.
A mobile data repository. It's called Spectrum.
So historically, Austin has chosen terrible pre-gen characters. And this one is like, you've got a giant robot you can ride around in. He chooses the mobile storage unit.
He's driving around a closet. It's a big filing cabinet with wheels.
It honestly kind of looks like a walking oil derrick type thing.
Oh, okay.
What did you choose? I've not...
It's a box with legs. It literally is.
You got a refrigerator on tracks.
Dear Lord. It's an AI data center just walking around.
It literally is.
I mean,
Except in this world, there's no water.
he's a hacker.
I'm
so-
actually the reason and this is Salvage Union.
He just
I've
had-
consumed all the resources.
Right.
He just has to keep pissing to have the moisture in there.
It's just my fault.
Well, you had to make those memes, and you couldn't take the time to learn how to draw yourself.
All right. Well, Corey, what do you got?
Well, I'm playing the Salvager. Name a flea. So he was recruited, in quotes there, to work in the blood mines of the Ferris Range. He spent his formative years in a hell of death and iron, stripping rare earth materials from the rock whilst living on nutrient gruel.
Well, boy, you're bound for the blood mines. I just love that the proprietors of the blood mines just dispensed with any and all aesthetic marketing.
Yeah.
What are you? The blood miners?
Well, when the rebellion began ferment, Flea was the first to sign up. He did a lot of sabotaging in those days, blowing up pipelines. And these attacks led to the Night of Red Iron, where miners would turn their mechs against the Thatcher Steel thugs. I guess Thatcher Steel is the company that owns the blood mine.
The descendants of Margaret Thatcher.
Right.
One assumes.
Yeah.
She was the Iron Lady. He just said the red iron thing. So.
Yeah, that's on purpose for sure.
Given the socialist nods in this game, there's no way it's an accident.
Right.
I was telling Todd before we started playing, there's literally a repurposed Karl Marx line as a quote in the game.
Flea then headed into the waste, became one of the formative members of Crawler 298, kept two things from those mining days, his trusty jackhammer mech, and a persistent cough. So he's a miner. His keepsake is a stuffed teddy bear. A teddy bear he has named Evan Miller after Patreon subscriber Evan Miller.
Nice.
I thought that was a good teddy bear name.
Yeah,
Right.
it's very specific.
And his mech is a jackhammer. And it looks cooler than Austin's. I think we can agree on
It
that.
does.
absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Kind
Yeah.
of looks like a transformer.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Bert.
Man, do I know how to pick them.
Well, I mean, the data center was mostly interesting to me because I like to imagine that my character's a hoarder, like just always buying shit from, like just always storing up all the generic products he buys from whatever the post-apocalyptic Temu is.
No, he's got a giant mech walking around full of outdated chargers,
Yeah,
like USB drives.
it's my collection, Corey.
Because, I've got that drawer at home. I'm like, maybe USB 0.1 will come back one day.
I'm going to use these cables.
Right.
Listen, you would not believe how many fucking lightning cables I got.
I think we would. I think we all would.
Yeah.
That's actually true.
Nobody would be surprised. Not at all.
All I can think about now, though, is the fucking blood mines. I mean,
Yeah.
that would be a great name for an RPG, Blood Mine.
I think there is an old school D&D adventure called The Blood Mines of something something. I think it's at the Forgotten Realms. Gonna look that up at the Brick.
I'm going to move to Sweden and start a band called the Blood Mines.
There's 7 of those.
Oh.
I'm going to go to France and start a mime troupe called the Blood Mimes.
That could be
Ooh.
new. You might get that one.
So bitey.
Shields in the Arnell with weapons.
All right, so let's go over the rules for Salvage Union.
Why can't there just be one rule
Why can't we just keep talking about dumb shit?
to every RPG?
We tried that, but a fucking hobbit ruined it. The core resolution mechanic in Salvage Union is pretty simple. Whenever there is a situation in the game where the outcome is uncertain, you go to the core mechanic, which is you roll a d20. If you roll a 20, then you nailed it. It's the best possible outcome. 11 to 19 is a success. 6 to 10 is a tough choice. You succeed, but there's some kind of cost. The game gives you some options for tough choices. For example, you could hit, but you damage a system or module in your mech. You hit, but an enemy gets a free attack against you. You betray a friend or make an enemy, etc. Anything that costs you something, but you succeed.
So as far as game systems we're familiar with, this is probably closer to like Powered by the Apocalypse than a lot of things.
That is fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Powered by the Apocalypse, Forged in the Dark, stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
got set, fixed success levels.
Right.
2 to 5 is a failure. You just straight fail whatever you're doing. And 1 is a cascade failure.
Okay.
So something has gone terribly wrong. You suffer a severe consequence of the mediator's choice, meaning my choice.
I better limber up.
Yeah. Damage to your person or your mech is similarly. If you do something that would damage you, you roll a d20. 20 is miraculous survival, or either your mech or your pilot, and it goes through the same sorts of things you would expect. 1 being catastrophic damage for a mech or fatal injury for a pilot.
Yeah, and the quick start came with a pretty handy like reference sheet
Yeah.
that has all these things listed, and it has one of our favorite fucking qualities on here. It gives you the page number to refer to.
Oh, yes.
Excellent.
Excellent.
If you're designing a game, do that. So there's one key mechanic you guys need to know about, and that is pushing with your mech. Whenever you are using your mech, there's two basic states of the game. You're either your pilot outside of your mech or your pilot inside the mech. When you're inside the mech, you can push your mech reactor to roll again. And that is exactly like it sounds. If you roll a d20, you don't like the outcome, you can push your mech, roll again. Now, mechs have a mechanic called heat. When you push, you automatically gain 2 heat and make a heat check. Obviously, an excessive amount of heat is bad. You don't want that. You gain it when you push your mech, when you use systems or modules. You cannot gain heat above your cap, which I believe all mechs have a heat cap. Is that correct on your sheets?
Yes.
Your mech sheets? Todd, what's yours?
14.
Okay, so Todd could accumulate 14 heat, but no more. If you start your turn at your heat cap or you reach your heat cap during the turn, you make a heat check. Again, this is just a d20. Bad things can happen, like you explode.
Oh, well.
Or it could just be as simple as like you lose a turn or something.
I don't see a cap in my picture. He appears to be bald.
You probably have heat bald.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's different from heat cap.
Well, I'm glad we both made bad jokes.
Yeah. Whenever you reach your heat hat, you're just instantly incinerated.
Well, anything can be a hat when you're dumb, Kyle.
Like a mech.
Yep.
And then the only sort of nuance to the core resolution is an action scene, which is pretty much combat. There's some discrete action types, such as reaction, turn durations. Turns are a little longer in this game, presumably because they assume you're going to be in a mech most of the time. Like a short action is 10 minutes, a long action is an hour, and downtime is a week. So it's not the classic 1 minute turn of old school D&D or 3 seconds of newer versions or some variation thereof. But you're in a mech that's lumbering around the wasteland.
Right.
The only other real significant portion of the rules has to do with salvaging, which completely makes sense for a game called Salvage Union about mechs salvaging scrap out in the wasteland. And there are specific rules about salvaging certain areas in the wasteland, the kind of salvage you can find, how many times you can salvage. And this is really more emphasized in the campaign play, which is probably going to be beyond the scope of our exploration of this game. But if you're interested in playing a campaign of Salvage Union, just know that the mechanics of salvaging scrap, building new mechs, moving through the wasteland on your crawler, making a living in the wasteland, that is all supported by the game.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of bummed we really haven't delved into mech games, and the like cyber games we played, we've really not stuck with, because that's such a huge part of it in both cyber games and mech games is like upgrading all your tech and shit like that. We should really play something. So, Kyle, will you make this better?
Honestly, the closest we've gotten was Paranoia. And
yeah,
that's not even
we did great in that game.
and that's not even as focused on that stuff, but that was where we found some of our biggest upgrades, or we're looking for tech passes and stuff like that.
Well, who knows? Maybe we'll love this game and want to keep playing it.
Well, we could always play classic Cyberpunk, the original.
Okay.
If you think Austin's hacker character is cliched.
No.
You should see the recommended nicknames for cool hackers in the original Cyberpunk.
Well, we played Cyberpunk Red.
We did.
They had pretty lame names.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red is the cool version, Corey.
Oh.
Any questions about the rules for Salvage Union?
Oh, yeah.
Any rules that I'm going to care enough to answer?
Just a heads up to everybody that gets the quick start or the game itself. It looks like a lot.
Well, I'll say the reference sheet looks like a lot. Like, there's a lot of stuff, but it's really just breaking down. You got your damage, your critical injury, your critical damage table, your tough choices, pushing.
Yeah. We joked about it, but it does kind of all revolve around the one rule.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it is similar in rules weight to an OSR game like Morkborg. I don't really think it's any more complicated than that. You don't have copious amounts of options for characters. Now, you can for mechs. Mechs are the real characters of the game.
Right.
But...
So, is Salvage Union, are we married to our mech?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You legally...
like common law.
Yeah. Well, once you're with a mech for 7 years...
Right.
You're married.
You got to stay in that sucker, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not married to my Temu storage mech, but I do have this Barbie with genitalia.
What?
If anybody would like to buy that.
Jesus Christ.
What? Where would you? Oh, you got to stop going to Apocalypse Etsy, Austin.
Or I could sell you this Superman action figure with the head of Homer Simpson.
We're good. We want nothing from you, Austin.
You don't want my T-shirt that has a picture of Peter Weller and says Robert Cop on it?
I kind of do want that. Actually, I really do. I would like that. Okay, let's get started. The three of you, along with many other mech pilots, rebels, anarchists, wastelanders, reformed Presbyterians, and Calliope players, live on Crawler 298, a.k.a. Big Billy Bonham,
Oh.
based on Patreon member Nathan Bonham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's called the Big Billy Bonham because the front end is a giant animatronic mannequin called Big Billy based on the defunct but short-lived fast food franchise known as Big Billy's Big Billy Burgers.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. They had to shut it down because so many people died of listeria.
Well, lack of meat, I would assume.
Yeah. They like to say 7 days, 70 deaths.
I see.
So, understandably, a lot of these fast food restaurants during the apocalypse were avoided, which meant you guys salvaged a lot.
Right. Over 7 billion buried is there.
7 billion buried. That's right.
I'm currently on the seafood diet. I see food and I eat it.
There ain't no food.
But after the passing of a radiation storm in your current location, Big Billy sensors began picking up something interesting in the wasteland ahead of your current location. It appears that some Corpo flyer, large transport aircraft, went down in the wasteland. Now, it is important to note that while the whole world is ruined, there are points of civilization. There are these large arcologies that the corporations rule from, and there's millions and people living in them.
Like mega cities from the
Yep.
cyber games.
Yeah.
But we live on a giant fucking Jawa sand crawler, essentially.
Yeah, what's that Peter Jackson movie nobody watched?
Lord of the Rings.
No, the one about the cities that drove around and
King Kong.
fought other cities.
Heavenly creatures.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And there was the one serial killer city. That's the one.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know what you're talking about. He didn't direct it, but he produced it.
Oh, right. It's like Dump Truck Jesus or something. I don't know.
That's it, Dump Truck Jesus. Mm-hmm. In fact, I actually have a toy, one of those right here in my bag.
So your mechs move much faster than Big Billy Bynum. The crawlers move very, very slowly. Where you can get an hour, it takes them a day. So your mechs are being sent out ahead to try to scout out this potential crash site of this Corpo vehicle that right now is being called the Salamander, based on Patreon member Salamander.
Oh, thank you.
Basically, you want to get out there to the crash site before anybody else, salvage as much as you can, and then get out of there before the inevitable Corpo teams show up to take control of the wreck, because they will. And, of course, avoid any of the dangers of the wasteland, like marauders, sea monsters, Cobra Kai.
Okay.
So you're all standing on this platform. Your mechs are down on the ground, and there's this ceremony where they're waving you off. All the people, the crawler, are waving at you because, hey, your life and death, it's the scrap that the mechs bring in that keep Big Billy hauling. Do any of you have somebody special on Big Billy that you wave to?
Flea waves to his teddy bear, Evan Miller, that he's holding.
Go on, Evan, give me a kiss. You're the best smoocher you are. Kept me going in all those dark nights at the Blood Mine.
How do you like it, Kyle?
Blackjack is waving, but he's not waving at somebody. He's trying to sell off another item that he's waving at people. Hey, would you like to buy this Godzilla doll? It comes in a box that says Big Fella.
So they wave you away.
Thank you.
You head out into the wasteland, and they go back in. The last few people are like, are we dead? Yeah, we're dead. They're not coming back. We're all going to starve to death on Big Billy Bottom.
I'll be back. I'll run.
The radiation storm has mostly passed, but there are still hot rad gusts every now and then. So you guys are going to have to navigate to the wasteland following the intermittent signals from the Salamander's tracking beacon as you navigate this terrain.
Yeah, you fellas think this is bad.
Try being in the blood mines. You get down there, but here's the first thing they don't tell you about the blood mines. You ain't there. You ain't finding no blood in the rocks. You get down there, they give you a shovel and a pickaxe, and they say, get to digging. And then you ask some veterans what's going on, and they just giggle at you. Then you get scared, but luckily you got Evan, your teddy bear. He give you all those little teddy bear kisses. But then you find a guy that's about to die, and he don't care no more, and he tells you the secret. You dig into your foot. That's where the blood comes from.
I like to think Flea was never trapped in a blood mine. He was just having this psychotic fit
I'm an insane person.
out in the desert talking to corpses.
This isn't a teddy bear as much as it is a dead iguana.
The blood mine is his bedroom.
So, got a water bed of blood.
Yeah.
You squish them.
All right. So which of you is going to do the difficult navigational work to try to get to the salamander?
Okay, Flea's mech, the jackhammer, does have a metal detector. It's a favorite of salvage teams across the globe. This mech mountable scanner lets you know when any scrap is nearby. So I can turn that on.
Okay.
It has a passive auto scan. This automated function passively alerts you when you move into an area that can be salvaged. And then it's got an active scan, which is like a more medium range, which would probably be what we're doing here.
Sure.
When activated for its EP cost, this module scans an area within range. This reveals any scrap systems, chassis, modules, or area salvage points in the location, as well as any buried or hidden metallic threats such as mines or mechs waiting in ambush. And the EP cost, I'm not sure what that is 2.
Okay. So energy points are basically the energy in your mech's system. It's like your reactor and stored power, and you spend those to activate systems, modules, and chassis abilities, depending on what your mech does.
Gotcha. So there's structure points and energy points. Structure, I assume, is essentially the hit points of the mech.
Yes, they are.
Gotcha.
And on our individual characters, Kyle, we have HP and AP. I'm assuming HP would be hit points.
Yep.
What about AP?
Ability points are sort of like the energy points of your character. You have abilities for your character, and you generally will need ability points to activate them.
Gotcha. One of my abilities is folk song. Apparently, I'm a singer.
So my active scan is 2 energy points. Do I need to roll something to activate that, or is it just I just remove the 2 energy points to do it?
Well, you spend the 2 energy points to activate your scanner.
Okay.
And then we roll to see how much I get to punish you for doing a thing in a game.
Okay. We as in both of us for fun, or what? Like
No,
what?
you just roll a d20.
Oh. Well, that's a 3.
So that's a failure. You activate the scanner, and there's so much leftover radiation in the air from the rad storm that you can't get any sort of reliable reading.
Well, I can't find no scrap or blood, but I found Evan Miller living in my heart. He's a sweetie patootie.
Wish you guys could see Corey's face as he does this.
Well, if you ever had love in your life, you'd understand it.
I don't have love in my heart. I do have this transformer that turns into the Titanic.
Does he give you little kissing whistles?
Honey, he's a hacker. He's never known love.
He don't even know what blood tastes like.
Now, I do know that. I grew up in the wastelands.
Whoa, we should get a drink sometime.
Yeah. You know, out in the wastelands, there's not a lot to eat or drink, but if you mix blood with the sand, it makes it go down easy.
I like the sound of that. I used to like hemoglobin cappuccino.
Did you?
Things are different in the blood mines.
Oh, they're different in the wastelands, too. One of our favorite drinks out there is a blood and santini.
I think our differences is what makes us more together.
I agree. I could not agree with you more, Mr. Flea. As a matter of fact, you should see the t-shirt I'm wearing right now. It's got an owl on the top and a cute little chicken on the bottom who's having a conversation with the little white lamb, and in the middle it says live, laugh, love.
Well,
I bought it from Hacker.
I'm mostly blind from living in the mines.
How are you guys going to find the salamander?
Well, my mech has an ability called Comms Tapper.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It has long range on it, and it's a hack. This allows you to tap into other communication units and listen to them. And if I can basically cast this out in waves, the idea is if we can tap into the salamander itself, we can pinpoint its location.
Excellent idea, Austin.
All right? This is 2 EP. I start out with 11 EP and 17 structure points. I don't know, how does that stack up to everybody else?
It's not great.
I would imagine not.
Yeah,
I picked the character, so.
Mine has 30.
Jesus.
That's about what I figured.
Yeah, mine has 18.
Oh, okay. Well, not too much more than mine.
Well, better than you.
I got a 50 cal machine gun and a laser.
I got the gout.
I got this action figure that's in red and white packaging, and it's clearly supposed to be Spider-Man, but it says Spider-Man, and the actual figure is Ultron.
Lady, I'd love to send him down to the urine mines. You don't know where you got to dig down there.
All right, so I'm just rolling for this comms test.
Yeah.
If you're successful, you may target anything with a communicator trait in range and listen in on it for 10 minutes, hearing all inbound and outbound comms traffic. Oh, well, that's an 18.
I guess you can stay out of the PP mines for now.
So that's a success. So you achieve your goal without any compromises. Hacker appropriately hacks into a communication signal he detects some distance away. It is clearly corporate communications traffic. It's heavily encrypted, but he manages to get through, and it is the Salamander crew, as far as he can tell, calling for help. But they are communicating with someone in the corporate arcology known as Monkey's Eyebrow. Pickup is clearly on the way, but it appears it's going to be a number of hours before it arrives, which makes sense. The wasteland is a vast, difficult terrain at the best of times. So there does appear to be a window of opportunity, Austin.
Quick question, friends. We're going to go in there and we're going to get as much scrap and metal as we can off of this downed aircraft. Should we kill the survivors?
Yep. I know somebody that'll buy the blood.
Well, I've got my 50 caliber machine gun. I call him Edward. And then I've got my blue mining laser. His name is Jacob, because I can't choose between the two.
My blood buyer's name is Kevin. He's sweet.
So the three of you are advancing across the wasteland.
All right, fellas, crank this sucker up to top speed of 15.
Trudging across dunes and past rock formations. In the distance, between two massive boulders, is this
Salud.
very large air vehicle. It's sleek and shiny, but also part of it is crumpled in and there's smoke rising up from it. You're approaching from the side, and on that side is a towering mech with a massive weapon system, missile pods, and steel axe armament. It's a brawler. So everybody, we're going to roll a group initiative.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
So it's a D20 roll. Which of you want to roll it?
I should.
I disagree.
Todd, have you rolled anything yet?
I have not.
Well, guess what?
All right. That's a 2.
Oh, boy.
That's a fumble.
Well, I could have done that.
So that means I get to go first. The brawler squares itself.
This is like a mating ritual for Austin's mech.
Yeah. And the feathery flare of its mating ritual is called a missile pod, which fires.
I see.
Well, let's roll on the NPC action table. I rolled a 6, so this is a tough choice. The NPC is successful, but faces a tough choice. So you guys give me a choice between two setbacks. Now, in combat, this could be a weapon attack hits, but with the choice of setbacks chosen by the players. So you guys can look on your tough choices under the core resolution. Now, the weapon's gonna hit. I've already decided that's happening. Austin's gonna take 8 points of damage.
I kind of like you hit, but the enemy gets a free attack against you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. So the missile pod fires a heavy salvo of unguided, rocket-propelled explosives that slam into an all-around hacker, inflicting 8 damage to him. Now, which of you gets to make the free attack?
Team Jacob to the rescue.
Okay.
I'm going to fire off my blue mining laser. You know, they gave me a choice when I had this installed on my mech, which is named Atlas, of course, after Charles, not the map.
Boy, that map would have came in handy to get here.
And I was like, no, I was like, do I want pink or do I want orange or maybe a yellow or maybe a nice teal? And then I was like, you know what? I want blue. You know why? Because blue is the color of death.
Blood's blue inside of you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Found that out the hard way.
All right, Todd, roll your attack with your blue mining laser.
I learned how to live without oxygen.
Okay, so I just roll,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. You just roll good.
Okay, it says it's a heavy-duty mining laser that fires a concentrated blue beam originally designed to crack through deposits, but equally tears through a mech.
Yeah.
That's an 11.
So that's just a straight success.
It says you've achieved your goal. When attacking, you hit the target and deal standard damage. Standard damage on the blue mining laser is 6 SP, 6 structure points.
The blue mining laser slams into the main body of the brawler. It stumbles backwards. It leaves the scorching red mark on it. And you hear through its speakers, "Jay coming!
Oh no!
I'm gonna kill you, wasteland scumbags!"
Russell? Brother, is that you?
Free? How'd you get out the blood mines?
I dug.
You better get.
What are you doing with them corpos?
They gave me a job. I do security work now. I ain't no prospector no more.
How dare you say such a thing? Our family's been doing this for years, throughout time in many different games.
Well, this mech is better. It's got a pooper right here in the cockpit. I'm sitting on it. I'm going number 2 right now.
How far are you falling from the doo-doo mines?
Oh, I look, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm getting a little hot and heavy over here. Such a raw display of masculine sexuality such as this. I can feel it all the way down in my plum.
We're both impotent.
Yeah.
It's the radiation.
It's the blood mine radiation.
We don't like it.
No.
Actually, I prefer impotence because I'm from the wasteland and my vagina is full of sand.
Well, I'll cram my softness.
All right, time for violence.
Yeah, let's get back. Let's stop talking about such things. It makes me sad. Evan Miller, close your little berry ears.
Okay, now
We apologize to all
Sexes.
nations.
all people.
Yeah.
The blue mining laser attack was a free attack, so it is now just a regular player turn. So which of you would like to go next?
Well, first things first, better put out that fire on that transport. I'm gonna spray it down with blood.
Okay.
Or I'll shoot at my brother.
You better not shoot at me.
Remember this one?
And Flea fires his green laser.
Oh,
It's medium range, does 4 damage, and it's hot with 2 in parentheses. Is that like raising the heat on my mech? Is that what that is?
yeah.
Okay.
So you'd have to close in to medium range to shoot it, but you could do that.
Give me about 30 minutes.
Really quick, I would also like to point out that the blue mining laser is hot 3, so that brings my heat cap down to 11.
Yeah, I have a 13, so this would drop mine to 11 as well.
Alrighty.
So just rolling a d20 to attempt to murder my brother. 14.
That's a straight hit. How much damage does the green mining laser do?
4.
The green mining laser fires across the battlefield, hits the brawler, knocks it back. Daggit! Well, I'm going to charge into close combat and attack you with my mech melee armament, parentheses, steel axe.
I should have known.
So the brawler accelerates, charging in, this huge axe unlimbering from its right arm. That's a 9, which is another tough choice. So he's going to hit you with the axe, but something doesn't quite go right for Russell.
What about the downside of his weapon?
I don't think the melee armament really has that. I was just looking. Does 5 damage. Close, melee, wield.
Well, it could be you hit but damage a system or module on your mech.
Sure, yeah. So I will say he charges in, slams the axe into Flea's jackhammer, extends a little too far, skids, and bumps into the jackhammer, and his missile pod is damaged.
And how much damage do I take?
You take 5.
Okay, I'm down to 13.
And it's PC turn. Technically, Todd has not gone yet, or Austin. Todd's laser fire was a free action.
I'll say that Spectrum retreats from the actual battle, and while this is going on, he's going to use his data scanner to actually scan the aircraft and go ahead and gain a blueprint from it.
Ooh, okay. Look at you reading your character sheet.
If you scan an interact mech chassis, system, or module in the field, you now have its blueprint. You and everyone on your Union crawler is now able to craft this item or navigate it, presumably.
Cool.
And you can also ask the mediator 2 questions about this object, and the answers they give must be true.
All right.
This is another 2 EP, so I'm down to 7. And that's an 11.
That's a straight up success. So you get the blueprint of the Salamander, this large cargo air vehicle. Quite sophisticated. The corporals don't like to use air vehicles a lot because of the radiation storms and how easily it can knock them out of the sky. But when they do, they're quite sophisticated vehicles.
Can we tell where the survivors are in relation to any targeted material that we might be after?
So the Salamander has 2 main areas, the forward crew control compartments and then the storage bay. And all the life signatures you're picking up are in the forward crew and control compartments.
Okay.
Not much in the storage bay. 1, maybe 2 people.
Can we actually tell what kind of cargo it is?
Norse Foundry dice.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Jam.
578,000 D20s. All made of depleted uranium.
Wow.
But the real answer would just be some highly valuable corpo technology that you could use to build new and better mechs or trade to other crawlers.
Cool.
Well, I used Jacob on that last round, and Edward looks like he's getting a little lonely, so I think I'm going to fire up the 50 cal.
Cool.
And I'm going to take a shot at that other mech. You know, my t-shirt says live, laugh, love, but right now it's time to fight, kill, and scream.
Oh, good gravy.
A softness is not so soft anymore.
You can choke your hands in blood to take care of that.
Ooh, a 7. So I do hit, but I have to make a tough choice. And the 50 cal does 2 SP.
So, Todd, I'm going to say you do this long, heavy burst with your weapon, and due to some misaligned systems, you generate 1 heat.
Heat cap is now down to 10.
All right. Russell's going to attack again with his axe. That's a 2. He misses completely, I believe.
You remember my birthday.
Yeah. Nothing going to hit you now.
We're twins.
Austin,
Yes.
you've gone. Todd's gone. Everybody's gone. So, new round.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Well, Flea is engaged with Russell.
Yes.
He's going to activate his hull magnetizer
Oh, no.
since we're in close melee range.
God.
A byproduct of Dawntek anti-grav technology, the hull magnetizer has become much loved by salvagers. When activated, the hull of your mech becomes temporarily magnetized, drawing metallic objects toward it and allowing all manner of scrap and salvage to be easily carried. This increases your mech's cargo capacity by the system slot value. Basically, what I want to do is magnetize the brawler mech
Yeah.
to combine the jackhammer and the brawler. And Flea is going to try to infiltrate the brawler to go hand to hand with Russell.
Okay. I'm sure. All right. Cool.
Thanks.
Nothing like 2 prospectors scrapping.
It's never happened on the show. This is
New ground.
somehow. So it's 2 energy points to do this.
Okay.
That's a 19.
Metal hug.
There's a cool special effects sound as the jackhammer's hull magnetizes, like, woo, woo. And the brawler's pulled off its feet, slams into the jackhammer. Their pilot compartments crashing into one another. Glass is broken, and there's Russ on the other side with his corncob pipe. Oh, damn it!
All right, Evan Miller. Let's go fight brothers.
Do you have any weapons for your actual person?
Glad you asked, Kyle. He has a sledgehammer.
Okay, well, the rest of you see the brawler magnetized to the jackhammer. You guys can take your mech turns, and you can shoot both of them. Or you could just start salvaging.
Let's see, Kyle. it's still within inside that 10-minute window, I think, when we tapped into their comms. Would Blackjack be able to actually open up a link with the surviving crew and try to communicate with them?
It's definitely not within the 10-minute window, but that's fine. So I'll say you can do that, sure.
Okay. So he taps into the ship-wide PA system in the Salamander and pulls this little like makeshift microphone off of his helmet. Attention, crew of the Salamander. We are here to salvage any material you may have on the ship. If you stay out of our way, everything will go swimmingly. And also, would you guys like to buy this deep frying kit? It comes with a gun.
Okay.
No, bro, you may not salvage our ship.
Excuse me?
We are the Salamander. We are a corporate air vehicle, and we are going to lock our doors.
Well, right now, this air vehicle is not in the air, bruh.
Well, that is simply a matter for insurance purposes that we're trying to deal with. So just stay outside, please.
Yeah, we're
Douche.
gonna take your shit. So I'm gonna come in here with my little box mech, dude, and it's got a 50 cal machine gun. And if you don't get out of the way, I'm gonna mow all of you down because I'm not just a hacker. I'm pretty cool, actually.
Doubtful. So what are you doing, Austin?
Well, I'm gonna kill him.
Okay. Roll your attacks.
I know these are probably story important NPCs, but you know it's me rolling, so I think we're gonna be okay.
Story important. No.
Okay. Say.
All right, so using the visualized blueprint of the ship that we've already got from the scan, Blackjack zeroes in on their position and opens up with the 50 cal. Now this does 2 SP damage,
Yeah, structure points.
but if I'm targeting the survivors within, is that different?
Oh, I think mech weapons just obliterate people.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's a 14.
The 50 cal opens up, riddles the hull of the Salamander with bullets, working over the crew compartments and control areas that Hacker had previously identified with his scanning technology. He's just deleting people one by one as he tracks them through the hull, slaughtering them mercilessly, these valiant corporate warriors. So, yeah, you've slaughtered the crew, or at least none of them are moving. Some of them could just be grievously injured.
Well, you know what? I have to say, well done, Jack Black. That was very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
I enjoyed all the murder. Now I'm going to do some salvaging.
All right. So you can roll on the area salvage table. The Salamander, I'm going to say, counts as an area. So you can find lots of stuff in its hold.
Okay, fellas. Commodore, a.k.a. Misty Sunshine's going to activate this articulated rigging arm and do a little bit of salvaging.
So we will roll on the area salvage table.
By the way, before I get started, did I ever tell y'all that it was my dream to be a preschool teacher when I was back in the wastelands, and I would gather rocks around and pretend that I was teaching them, and then some days I would go in like I was a school shooter?
Jesus Christ. What?
What school?
Rolled a 6 on the salvaging table. It says, not bad. You find 2 scrap of the tech level of the area.
So the Salamander is Tech 5. So if we were playing a full campaign, that would be a very, very valuable find.
It's a Zune.
So Commodore is pulling out valuable scrap from the wreck of Salamander, shaking off the dead crew bodies when necessary. Now back to the prospectors fighting in the mechs like the worst variant of Mad Max and Thunderdome.
It's a digging dome.
So Corey, I'll roll and you roll, and that will determine the...
I am so sorry. I literally just heard Corey's voice in my head saying doo-doo mine, and I cracked up again. I don't know. I feel like we kind of glossed over that.
It's the apocalypse. There's a lot of doo-doo mines.
Everything's valuable when you're poor.
We supported ourselves in the wasteland at the booger mine.
Ooh, that's just gross.
Now, Corey, does Flea have any abilities that would help him in this situation?
Well, he's got one called Squeeze It In. I think we already covered that with our sex talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that does, when activated, you may temporarily increase the cargo capacity of a mech. He's an expert salvager. That doesn't really do much either. Oh, wait, he does have charge. You can charge a target in range, moving to close range on them. If you make an attack with the melee trait on this turn, you can use this ability and deal an additional amount of damage equal to the tech level of the weapon.
Cool.
So, yep, he's great.
So your sledgehammer is definitely tech level 1, I'm guessing.
Well, it's got the rocket booster on it.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, blood powered.
Uh-huh. Well, Russell has a broken glass bottle.
Oh, dear God.
He keeps it in a holster.
So the sledgehammer is close range damage for melee and silent.
Well, I think this is just going to be to the death, so whichever one gets the better roll kills the other one.
Okay.
Or if we both get good rolls, we both die.
Okay. I don't care. I just want to go home.
Yeah, I get it.
I got an 18.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, okay. So how does pushing work again, Kyle?
So you can only do that with your mech, not as a person. So Russell and Flea slam into each other, stabbing, bludgeoning with a sledgehammer. You hit him in the temple, he goes down, skull cracked, bleeding out. You have to roll on the critical injury table to see if you can survive his stabs.
Okay. That is a 15.
All right, so you're unconscious, stable at 0 hit points, but unconscious, cannot move or take action until you gain at least 1 hit point. You regain conscious naturally in 1 hour and get back up with 1 hit point inside your jackhammer, magnetized to the brawler.
Which now the jackhammer, being magnetized, can carry a lot of shit.
Sure.
Take the wheel, Evan Miller. I'm gonna sit this one out.
Okay.
It is now revealed that Evan Miller is sentient.
We see Flea unconscious in his cockpit, the dead body of Russell at his floor, and Evan Miller, the bear, twitches, and then these black tentacles extend from Evan Miller, take the controls, and begin piloting it.
Oh, yuck, Russell's blood's on me.
Yeah.
And as it comes to a close, this episode, Misty Sunshine, a.k.a. Commodore, is going to sing us a little song as we celebrate our victory.
Oh.
Sure am glad I'm dead.
Because that's one of her actions. She can do a folk song.
Now, what does that do in the game?
It says you sing a song that kindles strong feelings in any NPCs nearby. Read or sing the chorus of a song at the table and describe your performance. You may write your own or use one from another songwriter, and you choose a mood to set for your audience. And it can be a song that is bright, somber, proud, inspires fear, or comforts.
Yeah, we're not paying for any other songs.
No. And she...
And I'm also not making music for this, Todd.
It's okay.
Thanks.
Another thing she has on her mech is loudspeakers.
Oh.
So she fires those up.
She's just a Winona Judd, didn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Live, laugh, love. Death from above. A 50 cal and a laser beam will fuck you up into the extreme. Live, laugh, love.
Okay. Oh, and that is the song that the 3 mechs walk back to Big Billy Bynum with.
We are turned away at the crawler.
Oh, well, that was Salvage Union. What do you guys think?
That was fun.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's a good start. I do like that the story gets immediately into the more techie parts of this scrap cyber world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's got a pretty decent campaign engine on it, so to speak. This is just the quick start. We
Right.
don't have the full game.
Let's go ahead and get the core book.
All right.
Let's
Yeah.
play it again and create our own characters. And I assume we can create our own mechs and all that stuff. That'd be fun.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have to do that.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing. I can see a lot of potential for playing a full campaign with characters that we create. So that'd be a lot of fun.
We'll get to that real quick. So it should only be a year, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At our current rate.
Yeah, but like I said, this was suggested many times on the Discord, so thank you guys, as always, for throwing cool stuff, because I seriously doubt this would have came across our purview.
Yeah.
And if you would like to throw some cool stuff, throw some Norse Foundry dice. Go to NorseFoundry.com, pick out your dice, make your purchase, and when you're at the checkout, be sure to enter promo code CHAM. That's CHAM, CHAM, and you'll receive the 10% Bastard Quest discount at NorseFoundry.com.
Jam!
And we have a new sponsor on the podcast this
Oh,
week.
no.
I don't want to criticize you, Todd. You took this job of securing sponsors.
Listen, he's bringing in prospects.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got, years of experience in radio sales, and the problem is having to describe to most people in Paducah, Kentucky, what the fuck a podcast is.
Well, I'm glad all your connections working in country music radio is not translating to an actual play podcast that has P minds.
We're a very serious show.
Our new sponsor this week is Pickaxe and Pilsners.
Ooh.
That sounds pretty cool.
I like it.
That's right. It's a prospector bar. They check IDs. You have to have a union mining card.
Got it. Okay.
They check ID.
And an adequate amount of facial hair.
Well,
Right.
And it's located somewhere in a cave.
Okay. I do not want to know about the bathroom at all.
bathroom bar, same place.
Oh, no. It's actually one big bathroom with a tiny bar.
Just the saddest bartender you've ever
Oh,
seen.
no.
And as always, thanks to all of you who listen, who leave reviews, who comment on social media, who engage with us, whether through Instagram, Facebook, or if you're a subscriber on Patreon.
Yeah, I got to hang out with our Discord buddy Jet in Chicago last weekend. It was great to get to meet one of y'all in person, and we had fun. He took us to a nice cafe and just an all-around cool dude like we already knew.
Yeah. Sometimes one of us, as Corey did, go to where our Patreon members are and harass them.
Well, you've met people at Gen Con, some of our patrons.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've met the Norse Foundry guys.
Yeah.
Yes. Some of them are still out of prison after that.
Not me. I run away screaming.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Kyle's still running the old Glitter Boys
Oh, yeah.
Rifts game over there. There was a new episode I just listened to. It was very combat heavy and fun.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of combat. There was a dragon.
Those guys are great. Like, they have quite a few different shows they produce over there.
They do.
Yeah, they do a lot of Palladium type stuff, but they do a lot of cool stuff. Like I said, good audio. They're personable, funny guys, and yeah.
Oh, and not they, but there is a convention coming up that they attend, and a lot of other people do, in the West Coast, Wagon Con, I think. And that's coming up here in a month or two, I believe.
Yeah, they're in Oregon, correct?
Yeah, I think so. Portland.
We got a lot of listeners out that way, so.
Yeah, I do. Portland is one of those cities I've always wanted to go to, but I've never had opportunity.
Yep, smells like pee from what I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. My girlfriend went out there last year, and she had heard tell of the pee smell.
Oh.
It's the mines. No, apparently there's a very pungent odor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You don't see that on Portlandia.
No. You often don't see smells on shows.
Wow, never thought of that way, Kyle.
Thanks for listening. I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.